Exploring the Landscape of Girls and Sex. Girls and Sex, published in 2016, is a groundbreaking work by Peggy Orenstein. The book delves into young women's sexual experiences in the 21st century. Orenstein explores how young women navigate sexuality amidst evolving social norms and gender inequalities. Through interviews, she paints a nuanced portrait of their desires and pressures. The book tackles hookup culture, sexual double standards, and the impact of pornography. In a society often saturated with sexualized imagery, yet reticent to engage in open conversations about sex, Girls and Sex emerges as a beacon of clarity and understanding. This book is crucial because it breaks down societal taboos surrounding female sexuality, creating a space for honest and nuanced discussions. Orenstein's work is particularly significant given the alarming rates of sexual assault and harassment experienced by young people. By giving voice to the lived experiences of young women, Girls and Sex challenges harmful stereotypes and misconceptions about female sexuality. Orenstein's research reveals the disconnect between the messages young people receive about sex and the realities they navigate. This book underscores the importance of comprehensive sex education that goes beyond the mechanics of reproduction to address issues of consent, pleasure, and healthy relationships. One of the central themes of Girls and Sex is the immense pressure young women face to conform to often conflicting societal expectations surrounding their sexuality. Orenstein highlights the persistence of a sexual double standard that simultaneously shames women for being sexually active while also pressuring them to be desirable to men. This double bind leaves many young women feeling caught between competing desires for sexual agency and the fear of social stigma. Furthermore, Orenstein explores how the advent of social media and readily accessible pornography has further complicated the landscape of young women's sexual development. The constant barrage of hypersexualized imagery can create unrealistic expectations and distort perceptions of healthy sexuality. Orenstein argues that these external pressures often overshadow young women's own desires and voices, making it challenging for them to define their own sexual identities and boundaries. Girls and Sex is impactful due to its grounding in real-life stories. Orenstein's interviews provide a raw glimpse into young women's experiences. She shares stories of those pressured into sexual activity, those who experience sexual assault or harassment, and those struggling with societal expectations and their own desires. Girls and Sex is not just a critique of the current state of affairs, it also offers a hopeful vision for the future of female sexuality. Orenstein advocates for a shift in the narrative surrounding female sexuality, one that prioritizes pleasure, agency, and respect. She emphasizes the importance of open communication about sex and relationships, both within families and in educational settings. Orenstein also challenges the notion that female sexuality is inherently shameful or dangerous. She highlights the importance of teaching young women about their bodies, their desires, and their right to sexual pleasure. By fostering a more positive and empowering view of female sexuality, Orenstein believes that we can create a safer and more fulfilling sexual landscape for all genders. Girls and Sex is a vital contribution to the ongoing conversation about modern femininity and sexual dynamics. Orenstein's work reminds us that there is no singular experience of female sexuality. Young women's experiences are shaped by a complex interplay of factors, including personal values, cultural norms, and societal expectations. By embracing this complexity and fostering open dialogue, we can empower young people to make informed decisions about their sexual health and well-being. Orenstein's book serves as a call to action for parents, educators, and policymakers to create a world where young women feel safe, respected, and empowered to embrace their sexuality on their own terms. By dismantling harmful stereotypes and promoting healthy sexual attitudes, we can pave the way for a future where all young people can experience sexuality with joy, agency, and respect. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.